Hello, it's Monica from Crafting with Quilling, and hope you have absolutely fabulous day. In today's video, I'm going to show you my 9th Christmas project this December, and it's going to be a Cascading Gatefold card. If you haven't tried this fancy fold yet, I really hope you'll feel inspired and craft along with me. For today's project, I'm going to use my new collection called Gingerbread Christmas. It is a digital collection which you can get on Buy Me a Coffee website. And if you're interested, I left the links in the description down below. And you can get them in 3 different bundles. So the first one is with all the elements to FUSSY card, which you can see here. And also beautiful wreaths which you can decorate with any sentiments. The second bundle is with the design papers, and the third one is the full collection. And when you get the full collection, you also get a sheet with sentiments as well. Perfect for lots of Christmas projects. So don't wait and check the links in the description down below. And it is a digital collection, which means you can print it as many times as you want. So let's create our Cascading Gatefold card. I decided to use white card to create my card base today, and I'm going to use 300 GSM white multi-purpose card. My very first panel measures 7 inches by 10.5 of an inch, and I'm going to score it at 2.5. Then I'm going to score it at 5 inches. My third scoring line will be at 7.5 of an inch, and my last score line will be at 10 inches. And I need one more panel exactly the same. So first one is ready. Now let's create the second one. So again, it is 7 by 10.5 of an inch. I'm going to score it at 2.5, 5 inches, 7.5, and 10 inches. When this is ready, then you need a ruler. And as you can see, I always use the same one because it is my favorite. And I always keep it handy on my desk. So from the left hand side, I'm going to measure 2 inches and create a mark. So with that pencil mark, I'm going to create a cut line up to the 10 inches score line at the top. So here I'm going to rotate it, and I'm going to put that 2 inches on the other side. And again, I'm going to use my Guillotine from Crafter's Companion, and I'm going to create that cut line. So it has to match that pencil mark. When this is ready, as you can see, we've got 2 panels. So now it is time to fold and burnish all those panels, and they will go inside of the card. So this is a very easy project if you want to create any cascading card. And if you like fancy folds, I really hope you will give this card a go. It is super easy to make, and in total, it took me less than half an hour. So it is super quick, right? And you can use any design papers from your stash, and I'm pretty sure you've got plenty of Christmas projects as well. So, as you can see, this is ready. But then we have to create the card base. But first, I'm going to cut the ends off of that smallest flap here, because I want to hide them on my card. So when these panels are ready, then I'm going to create one more panel, and again it will be exactly the same size. So it is 7 inches by 10.5 of an inch, and I'm going to score it at 2.5 of an inch. My next scoring line is at 2.75. Then I'm going to score it at 7.75 and 8 inches. And literally that is it, what we need to create. Now it is time to use the bone folder and burnish all those score lines. So in the end, that is the card base for your project. And you can use that fancy fold for any occasion that you want. So if you have someone who celebrates their birthday very soon, maybe that will be the fancy fold you'd like to create, because it is super simple. So now we have to start decorating our card. And I decided to use some craft card as well. So my first panel, which will go inside, is measuring 4.75 by 6.75. So it is 4.75 by 6.75. And then the design paper is 4.5 by 6.5 of an inch. As you can see, I'm using my one and only liquid glue because I do have time to maneuver the elements. Now it will be time to embellish the sides here, and the craft card is measuring 2 1/4 by 6 3/4, and the design paper is 2 inches by 6.5 inches. Now it is time to put them together. So as you can see, that craft card works really well with that gingerbread Christmas collection. So you can always mix and match different collections together and design papers as well. Now, let's create that cascading element inside. First, I decided to decorate it before I adhere it inside of my card. So, first, I decided to create that heart element inside. Because why not? So this panel is wide 2 1/4, and using my pencil, I'm going to create the mark. And the height is 6 3/4. So I'm just making the mark where I have to cut at an angle. And again, I'm going to use my guillotine from Crafter's Companion. If you're interested in the guillotine I'm using, or the trimmer from Craft, I left the links in the description down below. And I have to tell you that I use those tools every single day to create my projects. Have you created 12 days of Christmas projects? If you haven't, I do recommend you give it a go. So here I've got 2 design papers, and they measure 9 3/4 by 2 1/4. And as you can see, I also put the measurements so I'm going to cut. And I'm going to face those 2 design papers together. So I've got that angle on both sides, which is super cool, just to save some time. If you want, you can also pause the video if you want to take screenshots of the measurements, and that'll be perfectly fine. So here I'm also going to decorate it on the back. That's why I needed 4 panels. So it's always a good idea to start with the biggest elements first and then go down. So now it will be time for the next one. And this one is 7 1/4 by 2 1/4. And I'm going to create that cut line from 4 1/8 to 3 inches. So again, I had to face my design paper together, and this way I've got 4 panels, just perfect for that cascading element. So again, I'm using my liquid glue, and as you can see, I do have the variety of the blues here because I really like the different shades here, and that's what really makes amazing this Christmas collection. Now here I've got panel that is 3 inches, and on the other side is 1 3/4, and the width is 2 1/4. So it is super easy to create, and I really wanted to use the same hearts as I use for the biggest panels because I like to repeat the same elements in my card making. If you've seen my other projects, you know exactly what I mean. So when these panels are ready, then I'm going to assemble that cascading element inside. So I'm going to put the glue on the flaps, and I'm going to line up my second score line on the score line from the side. And this way it will be perfect. So if you've never ever created that cascading gatefold card, I really hope you will give it a go. So as you can see, it closes beautifully. But we need to create one small element, and I use white 300 GSM panel that I've got from my previous project, and I just cut it a little bit smaller, and I'm going to attach it inside. So now the card can stand proudly on a flat surface. Now I'm going to decorate the front of the card, and the craft card is measuring 2 1/4 by 6 3/4, and the design paper is 2 inches by 6.5 inches. When these are ready, then I decided, when I look at Gingerbread Christmas collection, and I haven't used some of the nativity elements from this collection yet. So I thought today is the day. And in this collection, you have lots of angels to fussy cut, but also gingerbread cookies with nativity scenes as well. So one will go inside here. I just couldn't resist. And this way we can also hide that white element that is stuck inside. Super cool, right? Now, as you can see, I've got elements already fussy cut from this collection, and I'm going to embellish the inside of the card. At the top, I decided to use those bells because why not? And as we have the hearts inside of that cascading element, I thought they will work so well here as well. And then two bubbles just to finish off the design. And now, as it is gatefold card, we are going to create a belly band. As you can see on the back, there is plenty of space to write your message. So here is 1 3/4. But first, actually, let's put a sentiment. I forgot about it. And I created Merry Christmas with all my heart sentiment, which just works so well with all the other hearts. So here I've got my belly band and it is 1 3/4. And as you can see, I'm going to try to place it exactly in the middle. So when this is ready, I'm going to use my bone folder and to press it a little bit. So then I will know exactly where to burnish those lines. And this is a really good trick for you. If you don't want to use a scoring board at this point, because your gatefold card can have different widths or actually depths. So this is the way to go. When this is ready, then I'm going to use my liquid glue and assemble it together. And it just works perfectly on that cascading gatefold card. When this is ready, then I decided to use exactly the same design paper from Gingerbread Christmas collection, and I'm going to put it here. I was inspired for this card by one of the amazing crafters that I found on the internet. And if you'd like to check her tutorial, I left the link in the description down below. And her card has totally different colors, so please check it out. Here, as I told you earlier, I'm going to use a nativity scene. I couldn't resist, I just want to add a little bit of dimension. And that wreath underneath works so well with that beautiful cookie star. I really like it. And if you like it as well, please let me know in the comments down below. I also wonder how many of my Christmas projects have you seen? Do you check them every single day? Or do you just watch them whenever you want? Please let me know in the comments down below. So now the card is fully complete. So if you like to create your cascading gatefold card, it doesn't have to be for Christmas, but it can be for any other occasion. And it has some beautiful dimension as well. Thank you so much for watching and spending that time with me. Don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And see you tomorrow for my next video. Happy crafting and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Bye!